Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bad Toy Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at the Baroness from the new G.I. Joe Classified line and the Coil, or the Cobra Coil motorcycle. So you see there, the Baroness. This thing is huge. I picked this up at Target here locally. There's the Cobra Island map on the back. And the little designations on the side there. This is number 13. So let's get this out of the package, take a closer look at it. And here she is out of the package, the Baroness. First we're going to talk about accessories because there are quite a lot of them. First off is this Cobra blaster, which is in the shape of a metallic cobra. See there's a barrel peeking out of the mouth. And of course this will coil around her arm like so. And I'm not going to go through all the rigmarole of wrapping her hand around the snake's body because that would just be too much. Something I'm just going to take right off. But there's her Cobra blaster. Kind of a cool accessory. Okay. Next up are these pistols. Here, they're the same pistol that came with the Duke figure, except they are solid gold. And she has holsters here on her back where they seat quite nicely. Next we have this Cobra dagger, as you see here. It's like a small, almost like a kukri, but you see the paint there on the Cobra's head and the body. But she has this sheath on her leg where that slides in quite nicely. And now we will turn our attention to the Cobra Coil. She also comes with this alternate head, which is a helmet, and you see the details on the helmet there. I do like that the visor is a nice bright or glossy shiny thing, and then the fangs coming down onto the visor. Standard peg hole and vents in the back of the helmet. Pretty cool helmet. Next up are these blaster rifles that clip to the side of the coil. There are two of these, one for each side. And you'll see that one seated in there. But it's nice that these clip to the side like that. The other accessory in the box, which isn't really an accessory, was the other handlebar for the coil. And these are interesting because not only do they turn the wheel, as you see there, but they are also on a ball. So there is a little rotation in them to make it a little easier to get them in someone's hands. But speaking of the coil, it does have a kickstand here on the bottom so that you can just sit it like so. You'll see the Cobra decos there. The shield moves up and down just a little bit. There is no spring in the back wheel like we saw with the Black Widow motorcycle. And it's solid plastic on the wheels there. But it's a pretty cool thing. There are holes here, and there's, if you look closely, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a look at them, there are screws down in there to take it apart, I suppose, if you wanted to. Like if you wanted to paint it, you can take it apart. There's the front. Yeah, this could be painted into almost anything. If they had a snake head here, it would definitely scream Cobra, but alas, there is not. You've got your dials and gauges there. And a gas cap, which is cool. Here's the main seat, and there's a secondary seat, and even secondary foot pegs there, so we might throw Destro on here with her. And you see the rider there does have little foot pegs to seat their feet into. So we'll sit that right there while we talk about the Baroness. Here's a close-up of the face sculpt, which is pretty good. There's a little bit of black sloppy paint there on her glasses. Let's get a little closer on the glasses. Some cat's eye glasses. Long hair coming down the back, which is a soft rubbery piece. She does have a hole for a backpack, but with this hair there, you are not seating a backpack in there. You'll see the sculpted details there on her wrist gauntlets and this pauldron. There's a nice texture here on her arm. On her cuirass here, she has the Cobra logo. Also on her gun belt, and there's a very similar pauldron there. And this pauldron is a snake's head. So that's cool. The boots are a shinier finish on those. And as far as articulation goes, the pauldrons move up and down as to not limit the articulation. There's a butterfly joint there that you see. The head is on a separate rocker. Oh, I'm holding the hair. It's on a separate rocker, so the neck piece is separate. And of course the head does come off to facilitate putting the helmet on. As far as legs go, she's got the new G.I. Joe leg system there that I've talked about in other videos. There's a thigh swivel, a double knee comes up to there, and of course the rotating foot. I am glad they didn't throw giant heels on her the way they do with Black Widow figures, so that's nice. And you know, that texture that's on the hand here, it's almost like snake scales, but it does run over the course of the whole figure. It's a very nice figure. Let's get her here with her main squeeze Destro. You get a sense of scale there. But on the whole, if you're able to pick one of these up, I'd definitely recommend it. It's a very cool bike, and of course, every Cobra army needs its Baroness. Let's take Destro off of this stand here. See if we can seat him on this bike. Hold on one second. And you see here Destro and the Baroness on the coil together. She doesn't quite stay in this seat. There's no pegs to hold her there, but you can we'll put her arms on Destro like this, and she can be shooting off the back of the cycle while he drives, or you know, whatever suits you as far as your collection and display goes. Here's her holding her pistols. They do seat in her hand quite nicely, so we'll take them out and put them back in their holsters. And we'll get Destro off of her bike. Destro wants a bike, he can get his own. We'll get the Baroness back on here. Getting these pegs to go into her feet does take a bit of doing. It's not something I'm gonna worry too much about right now. Opening her hand to get this bar in there is a little difficult, but it's a difficulty that is overcame. We'll put one of the pistols back in her hand. But there she is. Just to give you an idea, this is the motorcycle that came with Black Widow back in the Legendary Riders line. And the coil is both taller and longer than this one. This is going to be repainted black for a certain G.I. Joe Ninja to ride around on, but that will be in the future. But there she is, the Baroness on the coil. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll try to get around to answering them. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.